shirt on and a brown coat too. Everybody's joining the crew. You got just one ring that'll rule them all. Hoopy fruit, remember your towel. Get your Uru hammers and your needler guns, a sonic screwdriver or a sword plus one. Use Valerian steel if it'll get you to come to the Geek Tank. To the Geek Tank. The Rocky Mountain Geek Tank.
Hi, I'm Guy.
Hi, I'm Troy.
And this is Geek Tank for the week or the month of April. So this is April 24th of 2015.
Still pulling April Fool's jokes.
Yeah, I always do.
Well,
so really, this is not April 24th. This is April 4th. It's April 5th. Oh, no.
Joke's on you.
Ha, ha, ha. Oh, we've got a great show for you today. We've got...
You say that every time. And you continue to say that every time.
I will continue to say that every time.
And I'll continue to harass you about
200 years from now, I'll be like, we have a great show for you.
And I'll go, you'll continue to say that every time because I'll be a robot by then.
Right. And we'll replaced everything. So, yeah.
Totally.
We got a great show for you today. We're going to do how to build foam swords, which I think is really cool.
Yes. Oh, I saw this thing recently about how to make a YouTube video, and we're doing it wrong. We're supposed to open with a really flashy intro.
Put your red shirt on and your brown coat too. Everybody's joining the crew. You got just one ring that'll rule them all. Remember your towel. Hammer, 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 needler gun, a sonic screwdriver, or a sword plus one. Use Valerian steel if it'll get you to come to the Geek Tank. To the Geek Tank. Geek Tank. The Rocky Mountain Geek Tank. The Rocky Mountain Geek Tank.
Well, we have a cool video. I think our video is cool. The guy who wrote our song, David Coyle, did an amazing job with the lyrics and the song.
That song.
Our opening song's awesome. You should love it too.
Yeah, you should love it too, and if you don't, we'll find you.
Or we'll make you listen to it again until you like it. So we don't have the flashy intro, so we failed there. And then we tell people about who we are. We kind of skipped that. We did that, I think, once way back. So if you want to know who we are, you should go back and watch all the other videos, or not.
Well, don't we sort of do it? I'm Guy.
I'm Troy. There, you know about us.
Now you know about us.
Or you could write us at
questions at RockyMountainGeekTank.com.
And ask us questions, and we'll say, like, hey, Troy, what's your favorite magic card? And,
Go on ahead and give us a ring, I guess, because that would be an interesting thing to send.
We might read your question on air.
On air.
All right.
So, now it's time for Geek and...
We're not calling it that anymore. Because I used to do a Geek and Update. That's where I update you on the weekend, and so, we're kind of a monthly show, not a weekend show, so it doesn't work as much.
Time for Troy voices over some trailers of movies.
It's more accurate, does not roll off the tongue as easily as Geek and Update, but it is dead on. TiVo Stom for short.
TiVo Stom.
Time for TiVo Stom.
Time for TiVo Stom.
So I've got a couple of interesting movies for you this time around. We're going to be looking at Mad Max. I wanted to say Beyond Fury Road, but that's not correct. It's Mad Max Fury Road. All right. Fury. Haunted by his turbulent past, Mad Max believes the best way to survive is to wander alone. Nevertheless, he becomes swept up with a group fleeing the wasteland in a war rig. War Rig's a song by Black Sabbath. Generals gathered in their masses,
just like witches and black masses.
Close enough.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done.
In a war rig, driven by an elite Imperator, Furiosa, they are escaping a citadel Tyrannized by the Immortan Joe. Well, there's a Joe there. Immortan Joe. Well, there's a bad. I bet that's a bad guy too.
They had to add the word Immortan in front.
Is that a word?
I don't know. Maybe it comes after Immor9.
Maybe it's you take important.
If you have Immor9, then somewhere along the line it becomes Ernest Borgnine.
What's an Immor9?
It's the one below Immor10.
Okay. No one after Immor8?
No.
And MR8 seems like a gun thingy.
Mr. 8.
I don't know.
Could be a car.
Could be.
Yeah.
Wasn't your wife griping at us about wandering off on tangents?
Yeah, rabbit holing. Yeah.
Rabbit holing. Well, it's Easter, like back
in the day when we filmed this. In that era.
And Easter has rabbits.
That's true.
And I think I remember in Road Warrior they shoot a rabbit to eat it. Maybe I don't know.
How do you know? You haven't seen the movie yet.
No, Road Warrior, not Road Warrior Fury Road. Road Warrior. Gotcha. The Road from after Mad Max, Road Warrior, then Mad Max.
So you're gonna say that this movie's got Tina Turner in it too?
No.
Because, I mean,
well, it is Immortan Salt, right?
Immortan Salt. Well, does that mean that Joe can marry more than one person, or is that Immorman?
That's Immorman.
Okay.
Immorman. I think Immortan is if you have an immortal and someone important, and you squish them, you get an Immortan. Immortant.
Okay. And then that's just coffee that goes forever because it's Immortan's Joe.
That'd be pretty cool. I could see them fighting
Eternal
over that.
Coffee. Yeah, Eternal Coffee. It's a resource.
All right. Tyrannized by the Immortan Joe, from whom something irreplaceable has been taken. The coffee.
The coffee.
The irreplaceable, the constant.
There's a certain amount of coffee.
Coffee cup of holding. It just constantly
needs to refill.
Enraged, the warlord marshals all his gangs and pursues the rebels ruthlessly in the high-octane road war that follows. They have to put road war in because
so that we know what it's from.
Yeah. So these TiVo Stom Troy voices over some trailers and movies. These are all the storylines are pulled from movieinsider.com. I don't write these. I just figured, why not read their words and put them over a commercial? Because they've gone through all the trouble to write this clearly well thought out description.
Clearly.
Well thought out. You know, this next movie, I think the entire world has been waiting for.
I have been waiting for it. What movie is this?
Avengers, Age of Ultron. Not Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, no. This is
Adventures.
The Avengers 2. Marvel's The Avengers, just not to be confused with the awesome British TV show, horrible movie, The Avengers.
Which was a pretty good show. The
really
British version.
Really bad movie.
So I decided we should do a remake called Avengers Age of Voltron. And then just have
Voltron.
and then it would be Avengers, Assemble and Form Voltron.
The Avengers. So here's the storyline from
Avengers Assemble.
So if you want to pull out like a second device, like your phone or whatever you're not watching the show on,
or just open a new tab.
Follow along.
Keep listening to us.
Well, you'd have to. Well, then you miss all the cool.
That's true. You miss
trailers.
all of our editing stuff. So don't open this up.
You can read along if you want.
Read along.
All right, here we go. The Avengers must assemble to combat the threat of Ultron! Exclamation point. When Tony Stark tries to jumpstart a dormant peacekeeping program, things go awry, and Earth's mightiest heroes, trademark, including Iron Man, trademark, Captain America, trademark, Thor, trademark, The Incredible Hulk, trademark, Black Widow, trademark, and Hawkeye, trademark begrudgingly, are put to the ultimate test as the fate of the planet hangs in the balance. Well, you know, bringing up a dormant AI program
has never gone wrong.
Never goes wrong to give AI.
This is totally a new storyline. It never goes bad.
No, I see how they could accidentally get into this mess.
Yeah, anybody would walk into that.
As the villainous Ultron emerges, it is up to the Avengers to stop him from enacting his terrible plans, and soon, uneasy alliances and unexpected action pave the way for an epic and unique global adventure. Unexpected action. I think everybody is expecting nothing but action from this film, so there can't be unexpected action.
Oh my gosh, there's action in this film. Holy cow. No, I wouldn't. I gotta say, though, I am so looking forward to this movie.
Did you see the trailer where Thor hits Captain America's shield like a baseball bat through robots?
Yes.
That's, the one remark I saw, though, is it's like, after all these cool trailers, did they save anything that we haven't seen yet?
I'm kind of worried about that, too. I've seen all these awesome trailers, and I'm like, I've seen the movie. But that doesn't seem like Jaws.
We didn't get all the lines. We didn't get all the witty lines. Only a few witty lines in the trailers, so we'll see.
That was going to say, it doesn't seem like Jaws, so we'll see.
So they cranked out as fast as they could Winter Soldier, Thor, to the Dark Awakening, or whatever it is, the Dark
World, something or another.
Yeah, the Dark Coffee.
Coffee.
But an Iron Man, Iron Man 3, the Mandarin, which a lot of Mandarin fans were really upset with how that turned out. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I can say if you're a Mandarin fan, you might be disappointed with where they go with that character.
So Mandarin isn't like Boba Fett and Jango Fett.
Mandarin, not the Mandalorian.
Oh, Mandalorian.
Mandarin.
No, it's those little teeny oranges.
Yes, well, those are Halos too. Halos. So, did you see Iron Man 3?
No, I'm still working on Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
The problem I've got is I've got a 5-year-old who likes to watch everything I watch. So
yeah, and they're a bit violent for a 5-year-old.
Yeah, I have to watch these things in secret now. It's like eating cookies. Mm-hmm. You have to do it when nobody's looking.
Yeah, I liked Iron Man 3, but I was not a huge... I didn't know a ton about the Mandarin.
Yeah.
I knew that enough that when I saw it, I'm like, that's not what's in the comic, but that happens a lot in movies. It's rarely. Age of Ultron.
That would be good because I've never read the comic. Yeah. So I'll watch it and then I can give a reasonably open review on that because
a little Easter egg in Easter, being a while ago in Iron Man, the first one. In the very quickly in the back, and the terrorists, when he goes there to get all of his weapons as Iron Man, in the back in the tent is the 10 rings, I believe it is, and the symbol for the Mandarin. So they had seeded that they were going to have the Mandarin at some point in Iron Man, back with the first movie. Wow. Which I didn't know. I thought that was really cool.
I saw the first movie when I was in Japan, so that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago that they had planned that out. But even like Age of Ultron, from what I understand in the original series, Hank Pym, Ant-Man, created Ultron, which they're doing an Ant-Man movie now, but it seems like it's falling too far on the tail end. They're not going to incorporate it in Age of Ultron, so they're having to rewrite the story. So the next logical choice, Tony Stark, is the creator of Ultron.
There you go.
So it's going to be awesome no matter what. Especially just the CG. Yeah. It's amazing.
It's no matter which way you put it, it's still going to be an awesome Joss film. So yeah, we're going to love it. We're going to love it.
Yep. So that's Troy Voices over some trailers of movies.
I'm Terry Farrell from Deep Space Nine, Becker, and you're watching Geek Tank.
Back when I was wee tall, my brother decided to teach me how to sword fight by giving me one of those plastic wiffle ball bats, taking a plastic wiffle ball bat, and proceeding to hit me until I learned how to defend myself. I do not advocate this style of learning or training. It is basically child abuse, so don't do that. However, it has instilled a love of sword fighting in me. So you're like,
this is not really this is not helping your case on don't advocate to do this.
But how do you do it safely and not get Child Protective Services after you? You might be wondering. Because I professionally used to get paid to hit other people's kids in a safe manner, doing the whole live action role playing games as opposed to the unlive pre-recorded action role playing games or the in-action role playing games, which is how you get that. So, but the live action, you get out there with your foam swords and your foam weapons and you pretend to be the character that you're pretending to be for reals, but really for play, and you hit people with swords and stuff. So I don't know how many of you have been out there looking at foam swords or have had any experience with it, but the standard Kmart, Walmart genre is the Nerf weapons.
Right.
And you can get a Nerf sword ranging between $15 and $20. Something interesting, their larger two-handed sword says in fine print on the little tag, do not hit people with the sword.
Sounds kind of like, wait a minute. Now, why would you do that?
Yeah, no, it's like, well, it's
like selling a camera that says, do not film people with this camera.
It's a liability thing. And that sword could break bones, even though it's a Nerf sword. It is so dense and heavy, not safe for actually swinging at people that you don't want to hurt. Right. If you want to hurt them, there you go.
Have at it.
You get some assault charges against you. Go for it.
Yeah.
So the smaller ones, not so bad. However, they have enough mass that they could sting and they could break, and I just don't find them safe necessarily, especially in an untrained person's hands, like a couple of kids, which is what you'd give the Nerf swords to.
Sure.
And they're $20. I am going to show you how to make a relatively safe foam sword for under $10. And actually, you can make multiple swords for this cost, because when you buy the materials, it gives you enough materials to make a few of these.
Right.
So
It's kind of fun.
let's well, I'm going to need some materials though.
You're gonna need the materials.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna do the materials?
Well,
I
sounds
say
like a job for Geek Tank. Geek Tank.
Hi, this is Walter Koenig, and you're watching Rocky Mountain Geek Tank.
Wow, that was pretty awesome, actually.
So this has enough mass that if you were to do a baseball bat swing, you're gonna hurt somebody. So I say for safety and rules, you want to count the lightest hit and not try to make it realistic. You're not trying to simulate sword fighting. You're making a physical sport to train your skills with a sword, because it takes more skill to swing and tap something than to swing at something as hard as you can and hit it.
Right. That's one of the mistakes that many people make.
Grab something else. Whoosh. Whoosh. So the thing I did not add to this is taking another 2 inches of foam, cap it on the end, and just tape it up. And
That way you don't smack somebody with this.
Oh yeah, or cut your arm somehow. And this is the very basic. You can get fancy and add some really thin dowel rods on the side and tape that up. And then take some of the grip tape like you use on stairs that are really rough. Put a strip down each side to simulate shark skin like on a samurai sword. And then use a shoestrings or a string to just tie it up. And that'll give you a really nice shaped grip. We might do a segment on that sometime.
That'd be cool. I'll help you with that one.
Not today, though.
No.
You can pick these up for a couple of bucks. These are safety glasses at the same hardware store where you buy your materials. You don't have to have them. I really do recommend them, though, until you get good enough that you don't even accidentally hit people on the head.
Yeah.
Because even though it's fairly safe, it could hurt your eye, could give you a black eye. If someone works really hard, they might even be able to take out an eye.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
It's not impossible. It's unlikely. But why take chances when you can just spend a couple of bucks on these?
Yeah.
So far less stressful breaking a plastic thingy for $2 than losing an eye that at the moment can't quite replace so easily.
Yeah.
So you may have noticed I was using this fancy little device for cutting my PVC pipe. If you're going to make a lot of swords, and I mean like at least 6, but more than that, this might be worth investing. It has a nice little razor here.
Oh.
Just spins right around the PVC pipe and cuts it. Makes short work of it. Makes no mess. There's no little plastic shavings everywhere. That makes a mess. So be sure to get adult supervision when using sharp objects.
I have to get adult supervision every time. I start these things and I just say, I need an adult. I need an adult.
You could get a little saw thingy like this, but that does, when you cut, make a huge mess of the PVC, so be aware of that. Don't want to do that over a trash can, maybe outside, but most people have some kind of saw or cutting device, so you don't really need to invest in another device for this.
Sure.
But if you don't have any, there's your choices. Maybe borrow one.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, and it's some point also we'll show you some basic rules for sword fighting.
That'd be cool.
This type of stuff.
I'm into that. Well, that was an excellent little show we did there.
You predicted it in the beginning.
I did. Oh, we got a great show for you today.
So
and behold, it came true.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
At the end, but
Yeah.
doesn't YouTube have an issue with like nudity?
Well, you could always put them up there with like a mosaic,
Or the little classic censor bar?
censored bars. You could do both of those.
Okay. Well, I guess here's a montage of censored naked ladies underneath our credits.
That'd be awesome.
If you did, you can help support the show by going to
Patreon.com/GeekTank.
Hammer, 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 hammer.